You got it? Okay. Start off with, we got a public hearing on ordinance 2020-11, the ordinance to amend ordinance number 95-6, amended by subsequent ordinance relating to the joint county industrial park of Lexington and Calhoun County, so as to enlarge the park and any other matters they are related. Does anybody have any questions about this ordinance that we get ready to pass in third reading? If they do, we'll try to answer the question. If we can't answer it, we'll get you an answer. Okay. All right. If we don't have any questions, we'll go on and call the order of the Calhoun County Council meeting of August the 24th. And Colonel, would you have the invocation for us, please?
Yeah. Lord, for many blessings, we just praise you for especially for the rain, Lord, that you bring relief to the land. We just ask you to give us wisdom as we go forth to conduct the people's business tonight, that it might be in their favor and in your will, we pray. In Christ's name, amen.
Okay, I have a motion that we approve the July 27th regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion, aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay,
Mr. Chairman,
okay, yeah.
I move that we amend the agenda to allow for personnel matters at the Regional Medical Center to be discussed in executive session.
Okay.
If what portions of it are appropriate.
Because it's a personnel matter, so.
Yes, correct.
Okay, the whole thing, so,
Yeah, second.
second, any more discussion on that? All in favor of the motion, aye?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Okay, James, you got a committee report? Cecil?
No.
John? Ken?
No, sir.
Any appointments? Anybody have any appointments?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No resolutions? Vicky, did you talk with John about about the resolution on the hip for Ken?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll do that next
Yes,
meeting.
sir.
September.
I got it.
Okay. All right, the appearances, we'll jump down to Chad Louder and, because we're pulling, Chairman Rich Bergen on us for executive session. Okay, Chad.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Council. I was asked to come tonight to kind of give a brief update on Tri-County's fiber project. The Calhoun Times, I think last week before last, came out to our setting of a control house, and there's been a lot of questions about the project. What I can tell you is Tri-County has begun the construction phase of a fiber to the home project for our coverage area. For our electric distribution area. The goal is a 3-year project to build out or be able to provide fiber service to all the membership of Tri-County Electric at this time. So it starts in 3 phases. Right now the first phase has begun. And so as we build each phase out, we'll notify the members when we get to that area to be able to bring fiber to them and provide that service at that time. So our goal is to have our first member connected by November, 1st of November. And then from then on out, it's essentially building to each one as we continue to grow the system. This is fiber, direct fiber to the home. So you're looking 100 to 1 gigabit speed capability to each member's home. And that is up and down speed.
Question for Chad, and I mean, this is a personal question for me.
Yes.
Do y'all have any plans in the future to include, Dominion, I guess it is?
Well, we're not gonna limit, eventually everything, so we will, the plans are in the future to grow, especially those areas that we already somewhat touch and can provide service, to reach out to those, customers as well. So we will go beyond the service territory, but initially we have to build that infrastructure, and that's what this is building infrastructure. It's not putting wireless antennas up. This is physical wire being hung on poles. It's very much comparable to the 1940s when the first electric system was being built to rural areas. It's kind of the same process, although we do have the poles in the ground, so we're running those the fiber optic on our pole. But you're building that infrastructure. So it's tough right now, and I know a lot of schools, a lot of kids, a lot of parents are in dire need of good, reliable, high-speed, true high-speed internet service. And they need it now. The problem is we can't get it to them now. It's got to be a phase-in approach. But I will tell you, it's an aggressive project. 3 years for this amount of infrastructure is a feat in itself. So, but our board is committed to that. That's one thing. At the beginning of this year, we started those conversations with our board of directors. They evaluated different business plans we had to offer and different things we looked at. And they're committed to this. They know it's a need in the area. They feel like this is part of being a co-op. This is why we're here. You know, originally 1940 was to bring power into rural areas that didn't have electricity. It's the same theory now. So I got areas and pockets of areas that don't have reliable, true high-speed internet service, and that's kind of where the co-op's gonna step in and do that.
Are y'all gonna be, when y'all bring it down the pole, are you gonna go underground to the residents, or are you gonna string?
It's all based on engineering. It'll be a little bit of both. We're gonna do the most economical and feasible way to do
Okay.
that. So as we build the system out, engineering is taking place. So it is a truly phasing approach. Right now, if you see some areas, there's some contractors working, that's what we call make-ready services. Basically, there's some lines we have to raise up, get clearance, different change outs we have to make. The next step will be construction. Construction will start as when you actually see fiber being run on the mainline poles. Next step is being the drops to the houses. As we get to areas, that's when we're gonna notify the membership that we're in the area. You can now start signing up. So we're looking at October, November is when that time frame will be.
Just out of curiosity, all right, so in other words, at the time you would cross over and flesh it out to Dominion customers, they would have to become members of Tri-County?
No. Membership of Tri-County is based on getting electric service. So this is totally a fiber, broadband internet service.
Okay.
And it is through a subsidiary. So Tri-County we have formed a subsidiary. You'll start seeing some logos. Trico Link is the name of the subsidiary. It's a fully owned corporation by the cooperative. That entity will be the entity that's going to run the fiber into the home.
And that entity would negotiate with Dominion to use their poles to mount?
It just, like I said, it'll be worked at in the future as we build it out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Chair, as you're building out, is there gonna be, I know you've been a little bit guarded about the schedule, but there's gonna be some kind of release at some point?
So basically, we have to be a little bit, constant, or I'll say careful as we plan the whole rollout phase. And right now it's being rolled out essentially in this area because we have to get the network built. And one of our connection points is going to be the Tri-County headquarters office. So that's why it made sense to build this way. Lower Richland, we're starting in that area as well because that district office will be a connection point as well. We're gonna be building out from those areas. So the next phase will be moving up towards Silver Lake and also down towards, Santee area. So a full laid out schedule will be coming. I think our first thing is get test customers online. What I'm trying to tell all the membership right now is look at our Living Magazine Facebook page and website. We'll be rolling out a brand new website for the subsidiary where people can go ahead and sign up for service so we know where you're at and get that rolled out. Just trying to ask people to be patient with us because as we build this out, we gotta make adjustments as we move forward.
And there again, has nothing to do with Tri-County in particular, but I also have a home in Blue Ridge, and they're doing something similar.
Right.
And so I would assume that or several of the co-ops.
Yes, if you look, if you just Google co-op internet, you will bring up everything from South Carolina, several co-ops, South Carolina, a lot in the Midwest. This movement is pretty much all across the country right now. A lot of it's been spurred on by COVID, by learning from home. And so co-ops have taken upon themselves, if it's areas that are being underserved, they're trying to meet that challenge. And it's not a cheap endeavor, it's a long process. So each co-op is very independent. Their board's gonna look at it and they're gonna see if it justifies the need in that area to do it. But yeah, you'll see several co-ops, South Carolina's already got, systems in place. So Newberry Co-op, Mid Carolina Co-op, Lynch's River Co-op, Tri-County would be number 4, and then there's several others looking. And then if you go Oklahoma, Midwest, Georgia, a lot of their co-ops have already started their projects as well. This is going on all across the country right now, and a lot is being spurred on through the co-op network.
Okay. Any other questions?
I would tell you, just, especially if you're a member of the co-op, just understand, we're gonna get to you, we're gonna get to all of our membership in a 3-year time frame is our goal. And to look at our webpage and Living Magazine to get updates, but it is coming, and then, of course, once we get that completed, then the next phase is gonna go.
I hate to be the only one that seems like asking questions, but is y'all's price structure gonna be competitive with
Yes, sir.
what's out there?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Our goal was to be as,
well, I mean, you're a member owned.
right, well, our goal was to be as, comparable, if not below, that price to get it out there, yeah. Because we want many people to get on this as a service, and that's really what we're looking at.
We y'all are first in the market, so y'all won't allow other people, I guess you try to.
Well, this is really looked at as a service to the members in an underserved area capacity. And, you know, if it was already out there, then it's a different story. But because the areas that we serve, you know, where I live, or where a lot of y'all live, the service isn't there. It's just a standpoint of the age of the network that's there. And, the infrastructure we're putting in now, fiber infrastructure that's in there now, or that we're building, it'll be there for the next 34 years. Once the fiber's built, it's pretty much unlimited what you can do with that at that time.
20 years, that might be 119.
Won't help you much. Yeah, that was all right, you were asking the questions, because we know you were trying to ask Chad a nice way to come over there on the meeting.
Yeah, well, I'm always, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
We want to get the service out to as many people as we can. We do know it's needed.
Yeah. Yeah, I happen to be on kind of the end of the line of Dominion, and then y'all's line is right over across the corner.
Right.
So, we want to make sure that there's a chance.
That's right, yeah.
And I'll be happy to come back to council, especially after we get the first customers online and kind of give an update of where we are. So you'll see a lot of things coming out over the next 2-3 months. It is really picking up at this time. So you'll see more information on things are sent out.
Okay. Any other questions? John, you got anything? You got
Already asked my question, Mr. Chairman.
That's all?
Well, just can't.
Okay.
I snuck one.
No, I know you asked one question, I didn't know whether you had another. You want to cover or not.
No, I'll talk to them all.
Chad, we appreciate what you got to do.
Thank you. Just let us know if we do anything else and just give me a holler if you have any
Okay.
questions.
Well, we appreciate everything you do and what you've done to help us through the years, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, does anybody have any old business to come up at this time? Okay, on the new business,
Mr. Chairman, I think everyone probably got a letter in the packet from the John Ford Association, John Ford Eye Association. I think the letter states they are applying for a historical marker for South Carolina Department of Archives and History, but I think that they've already been approved. I think they want to put it on John Ford property, and I think they're seeking permission to do that from the council. I've been kind of like in contact with them, and I told them what they need to do is, if we do approve, to contact the administrator, and they can set up a place where they actually can put it to council.
Right.
Approve that.
Okay, you wanna make a motion?
Yeah, go ahead.
I make a motion that we allow the John Ford Association to place a historical marker on the, John Ford Center property.
And I second
Okay,
it.
you got a second, any more discussion on that? All in favor of the motion, aye?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, any other new business come up at this time? Dr. Muller, you have anything you'd like to say?
Surely, sir, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, council members, they go over there, makes it easier for.
Wherever you want to stand.
I just want to let y'all know that the Workforce Center here will be opening up on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. It's especially important because in March, before this all hit, the unemployment rate in Calhoun County was 3.6%, and as of July, it is 8.9%. So we're happy that that's opening up, and we're still continually working with the businesses here in Calhoun County. We want to see if we can move people into jobs, sir.
Okay.
Okay, wanted to let you also know that our next meeting, executive committee meeting is the September 10th, and our next board meeting will be October 8th, and my assumption is that they will all be virtual as of this point. Unless that changes, sir, I'll let you know.
Good, thank you, sir. All right. Okay, any other business, new business? Okay, we're going to the ordinances now. Ordinance, third reading on ordinance 2020-11, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 95-6 as amended by subsequent ordinances relating to the joint county industrial park of Blakesley and Calhoun counties so as to enlarge the park and other matters thereof related. I have a motion, we approve third reading.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion, aye?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Ordinance, second reading on ordinance 2020-13, an ordinance to amend ordinance 2019-12 to increase water and wastewater rates for the Calhoun County municipal water and wastewater system. I have a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion, aye?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. All right, ordinance 2020-14, second reading. An ordinance to amend ordinance 2000-1, an ordinance to provide for the abatement of nuisances for enforcement and to set criminal penalties for the failure to comply after notice. Have a motion, we approve that.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
any more discussion? All in favor of the motion, aye?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. All right, Dylan, you got a few things?
Yes, sir. The first thing is, council, we have been talking about, the recreational committee has been talking about the potential of a rec facility over on Park Street, the old Ginyard location across the street from Ginyard. And we have talked with the rec committee. We've also talked with the superintendent, Lanessa Hawkins, deputy administrator, as well as Tyrone, our rec coordinator. And we have pulled together a letter for you to submit to the superintendent of the school requesting that property. And so I want you to be aware of that.
Okay. Anybody got a question about it?
Yeah, just, is there anything, John, that needs to be done to deal with, I know that property, if I remember correctly, has some rights of way for alleys, et cetera. Is there anything that y'all are doing currently to make sure that that is being rectified? Because we can't have alleys running
Yes.
through ball fields.
We are doing a legal description search on that, as well as, I think we need to do a phase one environmental at least,
Yes.
on that property. But those are the two things that we're doing, is to make sure the legal easements are there, and also that there are no environmental hazards.
Okay.
Number two, rescheduling council meetings through the end of the year due to COVID-19 concerns. This is something that we feel like as a staff that we can manage one council meeting per month. There are roughly 20 in the state that are doing that now. And that's not with COVID, that's
Full-time.
without COVID, full-time, that's correct. But the biggest thing is, with that, it does stretch out being able to pass ordinances and getting some things done that we need to get done. So we do want to make sure you're aware that we can call special call meetings. We can call conference call type meetings as well. And so if we want to go to the first, I guess it'll be the second Monday of every month as the meeting date. And then the fourth Monday, we would typically come in here, we could use as a potential special call meeting or a conference call if we need it.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
can I make a motion?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we reschedule council meetings through the end of the fiscal year. Add the word fiscal in there due to COVID-19 concerns, and that would carry us, I mean, this is just an aside for people who are out there listening, that would carry us through June of next year rather than the calendar year.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
That's my motion.
I have a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Okay.
June of next year, that's, I mean, that's beyond the anticipated vaccine time. We really wanna
Yeah.
make that as a plan to go one meeting.
You don't ever know when,
Well,
we might decide that we don't need but one meeting a month and be like 20 other counties in the state.
As long as we've got a potential, if they get this vaccine and this thing gets back under control, but I mean, we can go back to normal without, I mean, fairly easily. I mean, I guess we can do that too.
I would just, say
Well, that covers, from what Ken's doing, it just covers it, just in case.
Yeah, so in other words, we
Well, not only that,
can revisit.
I mean, the fact that a vaccine may come on the market doesn't mean that everybody's gonna be vaccinated, in a short period of time. So I think really, we're only 3 months out from December, so I don't see even the presence of a vaccine.
End of the fiscal year is 9 months.
That's correct, and I don't see us, I don't see
You
that.
guys are
being-
far more pessimistic than I am, but whatever.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm just discussing because.
Well, I am
we have to
too.
take a vote on it.
That's what I'm.
Do you move it
discussing.
with,
I mean, we can do it as long as we don't lock ourselves in.
Yeah.
I don't think we should lock ourselves in 9 months out. I mean, but, we need to come back and revisit it. That's fine, I can go along with it, but, not if we're gonna lock in,
We can always,
Well, if we have pressing, we can call.
we
it
can
special
always
call.
call, change it.
Yeah.
Well, all in favor of the motion, that Ken made, aye. All opposed? Anything else, John?
No, sir, that's
I
it.
got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, now, executive session, we got personnel matter, sheriff's department. Is that gonna take long?
2 minutes,
Huh?
2 minutes maybe.
That's what you said last time.
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
It ain't gonna take long.
Just double it, it's 4.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
You got 10 if you need it.
well, I'll get you out of here so we can get
All right,
to Richburg and, all right.
Mr. Chairman, I move we go into executive session to discuss personnel matters in the sheriff's department and, the matters concerning the TRFC.
Okay. All right, I have a second to that.
Second.
All right, any more discussion? All in favor, motion aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right, I hate to ask you, but if all of you just kind of move out for 2 minutes. Then, hospital board, y'all don't go anywhere.